The main markets continue to do well. One thing to always be aware of: price tells the truth, news headlines not so much, and the stock market is saying it wants to go up. The debt ceiling is still unresolved, and it will be resolved in the last minutes before the clock runs out. As it always happens, it's important to be able to interpret and read news headlines. Traders now see only 25% chance of a June Fed hike. In other articles coming out, Powell steers policy debate with clear signal on June rate pause. Yet, the same data on another news site, Fed's Powell says risk more balanced June policy decision is unclear. How are markets reacting to this, and where are they going? We'll look into this in this video, as well as going through the top alts and looking for inverters. Stay tuned, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS and the inventor of the CTKS method. If you're new, a very warm welcome, and welcome back, CTKS family. My goal is to assist you to become more of a financial and emotional blessing to yourself and those you love. If you would like to know where smart money buys and sells, please subscribe. Let's run the numbers. The next FOMC meeting is approximately 25 days from now, and we can see that there's a current 17.4% probability of a 25 basis point increase. What was this actually yesterday? It was 35.6%. And what was it 1 week ago? You can see down here 15.5%. With so many days to go, this particular statistic is going to fluctuate a lot. There is absolutely no question the markets are being very resilient at the current time. It is often said, bull markets climb a wall of worry. Well, bear markets do as well. There is always worry inside financial markets. If you're looking for a time when there's not worry, you will not find it. This is exactly why a courageous mindset and positive excellence is so incredibly important. When you learn to run the numbers, when you analyze as many charts as you can, with your persistence, your commitment, your learning, your dedication, the markets will become clearer. Yesterday, James and I caught up. James is from Invest Answers and a terrific person. I thought I would go on camera for the first time. Some people think I'm a bot. Some people think that I use AI on my voice. No, this is just me. This is my voice. There's no fakeness about me. James and I discussed a lot of things in that particular video, and it was quite fun at the start because we had so many technical problems, but we got through it and had a lot of fun in the process. One of the things that I wanted to point out to you there, look at that, that's Borsog, the eagle. I'll leave the link to this video in the comments. I'd like to say a big thank you to James and as well to the Invest Answers family. What a group of wonderful people. Be sure to check out Invest Answers and subscribe to James. He's a terrific person. There's no doubt that the markets are acting quite chaotically at the moment. In the last trading session, what did we see? The VIX started to spike up and did a bit of a retest of that underside trend line. Does this mean the VIX is going down? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. The VIX has been incredibly negatively extended for a very long period of time. What else did we see? The Nasdaq was rallying, just slightly retraced. What happened to bond prices? Well, the yields came up, which drove bond prices down. Why did the yields come up? Because with the debt ceiling issues, that's actually increasing the risk of holding sovereign US treasuries. That means they want more return for their same holdings. This is driving the yields up and driving bond prices down. We cover bonds and yields extensively inside the masterclass and in quite a fun way as well. I'm very proud of everybody who actively learns, and J-Link did a fantastic job. In yesterday's comments, J-Link said the DXY is approaching a serious resistance, so I think it would get rejected. That's exactly what it did, my friend. We have X-ray vision on all of the market charts because we simply apply the CTKS method. It's quite amazing that it's been nearly 900 videos on the community channel, and that was the first time I ever showed my face. And BossBaby.1 said, "Great to see you on Invest Answers. You're exactly how I pictured you, smile and all." Oh, thank you, my friend. When we look at the US dollar, J-Link was saying that CTKS method, very heavy resistance was there, and it was there. And it rejected the DXY. A lot of people would be crowding into this trade expecting that the breakout would just continue. We don't think like that. We have our three-dimensional risk management, and we know where objective dynamic market structure is. We don't care about RIP. Oh, what's RIP, you say? That's recent indicative price. Recent indicative price will RIP your money. We saw such a strong reaction in gold as the DXY came down. Gold just exploded up. We can see oil getting above resistance. In the past 24 hours, we've seen some pretty spiky behavior inside the crypto market. We know no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, but how are the alts interacting with Bitcoin at the moment? We can see Ethereum is currently stronger. BNB is currently more negative, and there's been a lot of things happening to BNB at the moment. Off-ramps and on-ramps are getting closed on Binance, and it seems to be some coordinated global effort. Why would this be the case? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but the primary one, the banking system is worried. I discussed it with James on James's video yesterday. When you have a leakage in the credit creation multiplier, the money leaves the financial system and they can't expand credit as much as they want to. This is literally the first time in history that this has occurred. In the past, there was no real alternative. Crypto adoption is real. It's impacting the entire globe. What do we see with XRP? XRP is really strong at the moment. What about ADA? Poor old ADA, just a little bit weaker. Doge is just tracking Bitcoin's gravity. Solana is weaker. Matic is a little bit weaker, but not to the same degree. What was the outcome of Matic's strength? It actually took out Solana. Let's have a look at the next 8. When we see Litecoin is becoming weak. When Bitcoin sells down, I've seen that Litecoin really exaggerates the over and under participation of Bitcoin. At the moment, Bitcoin is relatively weak and Litecoin is weaker. Have a look at Solana and Litecoin. They can give you really good guidance. Guidance on what? What Bitcoin could be doing. Often we see the Tron shines in the darkness, and it's shining right now. This is another confirmation. What about DOT? DOT is just slightly stronger than Bitcoin. She's just pretty much following Bitcoin's gravitational pull. AVAX a little bit weaker, as is Link. Uni did enjoy a little bit of a bump up, but it's now getting pulled down to Bitcoin gravity. What about Atom? Atom is starting to retrace. This is a very fascinating pattern. This particular time frame covers off about 24 hours. It's important when you're doing comparative analysis, make sure your time frames are the same. Let's look at XMR, which is Monero. Monero is currently weaker. What about Ethereum Classic, ETC? It's just starting to realign with Bitcoin's gravity. XLM, Stellar, just a little bit under. There's not so much stellar performance at the moment, but it's still aligning. What about ICP? It's under. ICP can be quite volatile. Keep your eye on ICP. Look at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is saying, I'm getting out of here. I'm going for a ride, and it's only up. Well done, my friend. What about Filecoin? You can see there's been strength in Filecoin. Nothing can escape Bitcoin's gravity. As Bitcoin comes down, what do we expect the alts to do? Please let me know in the comments. This is all part of your active learning. It's a really, really vital thing to do. What about LDO? Look at all these swings. When Bitcoin comes down, LDO can swing down, and how? But when it goes up, this is what LDO can do. LDO can get very supercharged. At the moment, it's gaining weakness, but it's got a little bit of a kick up. What about APTOS, APT? We can see it's weaker than Bitcoin's gravity. HBAR is doing quite well. Looking at the next 8, what you're actually doing here, and what you should be doing, is looking at the patterns and seeing how they interrelate with Bitcoin's gravity. You're going to get a lot of tips and tricks by doing this. The key is to understand, when you're looking at a particular alt, is it above or below Bitcoin? If it's above, it's showing strength. If it's below, it's showing weakness. Pay attention to the spikiness of the particular crypto. When you're doing this, you're actually enhancing your pattern recognition, and that's what will pay you inside financial markets. All of them. It can be stocks, forex, commodities, it doesn't matter. Of course, crypto. You need to understand how patterns move around. HBAR, currently stronger. NEAR, currently weaker. Arbitrum, ARB, starting to come up. VET, going down. APE, going down, but it was above previously. Quant, showing a little bit of weakness at the moment. Algo, showing weakness, but it looks like it may be passing over that one-day resistance, so it could be interesting. The graph really sold down. Pattern recognition is a vitally important part of your skill, as is emotional mastery. A lot of people say, can I take money out of the market? Not if you cannot control your emotions. Doesn't matter what you do, you will lose. This is why I talk a lot about positive excellence. It's literally that important. It is the game changer. Let's keep on going. When we look at Phantom basically aligning, but look at that overextension of Bitcoin's gravity. Wow, something really cool. Sand, very much above Bitcoin's gravity. Where is Sand? It's in the metaverse. That could be interesting. EOS, what is EOS doing? Just a little bit weaker, but following Bitcoin's gravitational pull. Rocket Pool, RPL is looking really good. EGLD has swapped a large number of spots. Go for it, EGLD. It was just coming a little bit weaker, but it's moving up the ranks. What about Aave? Aave also swapped a few spots as well. It's coming up the ranks. That is looking quite good. What area is Aave in? Please let me know in the comments. It's part of your active learning. Active learning is the key to success. Stacks, what's Stacks up to? It's looking really good. What is Mana doing? It's in the metaverse as well, but look at this downward path in Mana and look at the strength in Sand. Something to keep your eye on. Let's dive a little bit more deeply, and what do we see? Theta currently outperforming Bitcoin's gravitational alignment. CFX, Conflux is doing really well. Look at that strength. What about Render Token, RNDR? It's going ballistic. Why do we want to spot strength and weakness? Because generally strength compounds on itself and produces these kind of patterns. Weakness does the same thing, but from the opposite direction. What about XTZ? What about Tezos? It's just basically aligning with Bitcoin's gravity. Look at Axie Infinity, a big spike that was sold down. That would have trapped so many people up there. They would have just expected, wow, it's going to the moon. And then the rug was pulled. Flow, just a little bit stronger than Bitcoin's gravity. Notice that these spikes are very interesting. Keep your eye on them. Try to determine when and why they occur. What about Chili's? Just moving just a little bit lower than Bitcoin's gravitational pull. What about IMX? IMX is showing the starting signs of strength. Let's keep on going. What is Curve doing? It's aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, but just a little bit stronger. Why is it stronger, Ken? Because Bitcoin is this blue line. This particular pattern, the red and the green, that's Curve. What about Neo? Wow, Neo is a lot stronger than Bitcoin at the current time. Synthetics is rocking and rolling. What pattern does synthetics look like? Many years ago, I wanted to take up dancing, and I figured what better way than to get a lesson on dancing. And guess what? The instructor, so graceful, so fantastic. It was Latin dancing. Whoa, very good stuff. Now, what happened when I saw it, when I was dancing with the instructress? Yeah, no problem. I was really good. But when I needed to do it by myself, I was all left feet, so to speak. What does that mean, Ken? It means basically, I couldn't dance. But when I partnered up with the instructor, boy was I good. What does this basically mean? You need to practice. That's what active learning is all about. That's why I ask all these questions. I'm wanting you to dance alone. Okay, getting back into it. What is happening with Pepe? Pepe. Okay, Pepe. Pepe is going down, but look at this trend. Look at this cut over that's starting to occur. Could that mean that Pepe wants to party? You'll learn all about cutovers and cut unders inside the Level 1, Level 2 certification, but also inside the masterclass. They're very, very powerful. What about Maker? Maker's just making its way along Bitcoin's gravity. What about Sui? Wow, Sui's got some strength, but it's still following Bitcoin's gravitational alignment. What about Injective Protocol? It's injecting a lot of life in here. Look at that, up 18%. Go Injective. What about OP? OP had a bit of an operation. It's had a pullback. It was doing well, but now it's pulling back to Bitcoin's gravity. Let's do another 8. What is Clayton up to? Well, Clayton's looking pretty weak at the moment, but recovering. GMX doing the opposite of Clayton, looking fairly strong. PAX-G. Now, this is an interesting one. What is PAX-G? This is tokenized gold. It gives you the right to actually own gold, physical gold. What can we make of this? Look at this association here. Wow, very, very interesting. What about Lunacy? Well, Lunacy is under Bitcoin's gravity right now. Mina above Bitcoin's gravity, but look at FracShare. FXS. It is rocking and rolling. Wow, fantastic. And what about IOTA? So good to see IOTA again. It's stronger than Bitcoin's gravity. IOTA can really spike, just be aware of that. What about TWT, Trust Wallet? It's just pretty much aligning with Bitcoin's gravity at the moment. When people look at SCs, which are Stanfield zones, they just think it's normal support and resistance. Quick question, normal support and resistance may take you a couple of minutes to draw up. What does it take to draw up SCs? You need Level 1 certification, and there's quite a few different videos in there. And also Level 2 certification, and there's quite a few videos in here as well. You can see it's not just a simple matter of throwing a line on a chart, but a lot of people see a line on a chart and say, that's just normal support and normal resistance. I've been in financial markets for more than 30 years, and the CTKS method, which is a method I invented, this shows you where the algorithms are. Most people use recent indicative price or RIP to mark up their charts. That generally leads them to RIPing their money. If you don't have the time to mark up your charts with the CTKS method, I show you the levels through videos and images inside the CTKS method service. It will save you an incredible amount of time, and you know mine levels are 100% spot on. For all the members inside the service, please make sure that you vote on your favorite charts. It's really important. I want to give you as much value as humanly possible. One thing that you will see time and time again, the crypto market is incredibly influenced by Bitcoin's gravity. What Bitcoin is doing, the crypto market is doing. Sometimes you get a little bit of a overextension or underextension of particular crypto projects, but they're all following Bitcoin's gravity. What is the CTKS method all about? You can see this particular band here, this gold band, that is structural support. That's like a safety net inside the market. What is this one down here? It's also a safety net. What is this area up here? From about 27,900 up, that's a ceiling. What happens when price tries to get through a ceiling? Well, it has a bit of a trouble, especially if it makes a air gap like this, which is called negative air. What's negative air? It means the sellers are so powerful that they push price down. You can see this negative air. There's even more here. That's a confirmation signal that we're not getting up to the next resistance level. What may this actually mean? We're going back to test a safety net. What happens if we fall through a safety net? We're going to the next one. What happens if we retrace? We're going to the next ceiling, and so forth and so on. It takes a lot of the pain and trauma out of the markets by knowing these things. The reason that I did this in reverse today was to show you that the alts can actually give you an indication of where Bitcoin is going. We typically use Bitcoin to give us an indication as to where the alts are going, but you can do it in reverse. Being a former examiner and a former lecturer, one thing that I always try to do is to bring out the best in your learning process. Sometimes inverting how I do things is the fastest way to give you a new edge in the market. At the end of the day, you're the only person who can buy and who can sell. When I was speaking with James from Invest Answers, James said that you can reach into the market and you can pull money out. Yes, you can, but only if you have the knowledge, the understanding how to run the numbers, and you have the emotional strength as well. Only you can do the buy and sell, and if you use fear to do that, you're probably entering on the wrong side of the trade and on the wrong side of the percentage time and time again. Trading and investing is a serious business, and you must treat it seriously. How much can you make in the markets? It's always up to you. If you have the emotional control first and you have the knowledge second, you learn from your experiences third, you will do incredibly well. But if your emotions control you, not so well. It's quite an interesting thing because most investors are pretty cool with investing, but they don't like trading. Why is that? Because they think traders take money from other people. No, that's not the case. Both traders and investors are actually paid for their synchronization. You never take money from another person if you profit, and somebody's not taking money from you if they profit. Why is that? How could that be? Because there are millions and millions of players inside financial markets. Everybody is buying and selling all the time. What you will find is when you get your synchronization factor up, and to do that you must understand how the game is played. Smart money is always looking at so many different charts. That's why I take you through so many charts. You need to get synchronized in with the market. When you get synchronized, you get paid, and when you desynchronize, you get losses. This is just the way. Everybody is synchronizing and desynchronizing in with the markets. The fastest way to get synchronized is to understand the movement and intercorrelation between tier 1 charts, such as the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the VIX, the DXY, Bitcoin Gold, oil, junk bonds, and the US 10-year. Only after you've got that can you start to synchronize in with the markets. They are called tier 1 for a very important reason. They move the market, and they move all markets. So many people only look at one particular chart and they say, well, I'm trading this particular chart, so I don't care about looking at anything else. That is a huge mistake. That chart you're trading is dependent on probably 10 other charts, but definitely the tier 1s. Why aren't there more tier 1 charts? Because these are the big ones. These are the ones you must understand. And we cover all of the Tier 1, the Tier 2, and the Tier 3 charts inside the CTKS Method service. That's where you'll see the smart money buy and sell areas. To become a professional investor or trader, and you know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell, so it's just trading. The key there is to conquer and master fear. How do you do that? You install courage. How do you do that? Just get as many positive habits as you can get. Of course, you must also have the knowledge. If you're playing any game and you don't know the rules, you're not going to play that game very well. If you're not getting the results that you want, just remember all results come from the mind, and a better mind creates better outcomes. How do you create a better mind? It's really, really simple. You just need better habits. The best habit you can ever get is learning. All professionals are focused on learning. In Zone 1, the panic zone. Zone 2, the blame zone. People aren't focused on learning. They're focused on externalizing. They're focused on entitlement. Panic zone is literally the entitlement zone. People say, I'm entitled. I haven't earned it. I don't deserve it. I've just shown up, but I'm entitled. One of the things, we all go through that stage. That's just normal, but you don't want to stay there. When people graduate from Zone 1, they enter Zone 2, the blame zone, the conflict zone, the jealousy zone. All are completely destructive to the person feeling them. You do not want to stay inside Zone 1 or Zone 2. It will destroy your life. It will destroy your happiness. Why do people get into these zones anyway? Because that's the zones we all pass through. The key is, when you're going through hell, keep going. What actually happens? People sell a particular concept that you can get certainty inside the market. There are only probabilities inside the market. When you learn how markets work, they do become more certain because you have better and better probabilities. What do the probabilities come from? They come from rules, but especially your knowledge and your skill and emotional mastery is incredibly important. That's why we focus on positive excellence. Positive excellence puts money last. And you may say, Ken, but aren't we here to make money? Isn't this all about making money? Of course, we make money when we do the right things, when we are the right people. Money becomes attracted to us. Money is not something you pursue. Money is something that you attract. How do you attract it? You must be persistent, committed. You must be humble, have patience, have your learning. Funnily enough, being generous actually speeds up how much money you get. Very counterintuitive. Being grateful is so incredibly important. What is the point of having a lot of money if you don't enjoy your life? If you're not grateful? That just means we're focused on entitlement. Entitlement is a very interesting concept. We're not entitled for anything we don't work for. In dedication and commitment, there is freedom. People don't talk about this because everybody wants a quick fix, but there are no quick fixes if you want to live a beautiful life. You just have to put in the hard work. Part of the CTKS Creed is incredibly powerful. If you know the universe is designed to make you succeed, you can look at everything and say, this is all going to work out for me. I just know it. And it will work out for you if you have that mindset. If each day you show kindness, integrity, and gratitude, the world will conspire to make you happy. If you know opportunities in life reset daily, you won't get caught up on things that didn't work out. And in life, so many things don't work out. We just have to get used to it. Positive affirmations are so incredibly important. I would suggest that you say this particular line every day to yourself. It is a life-changing line. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. That is a game changer in life. When you win or you learn and you don't blame, you're empowering yourself. This next one is a doozy. I always solve my problems with positive excellence. If things don't go your way, just laugh. Why laugh? Some things can go horribly against us. Well, if you laugh, you're actually taking control. Should you get angry? No way! That's a form of blame. We can only get angry with people if we blame them. If we don't blame them, we can't get angry. Kate and I are a little bit tired out, and there's a few things that are happening in the background, so we're going to take a break tomorrow. But that's why this video is a little longer. Have a fantastic weekend ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again very, very soon. Bye for now.